I felt the wicket got slower as the game progressed. That's why the new ball game was very different. If you have bowlers who are bowling in the right areas and in the middle order, if you get couple of wickets, that's what really happened in this game. Then gets a bit difficult to rotate freely. So I think the spinners, they bowled really well. Even Hafiz, he was able to capitalize, because we said we have got off to a good start, and after losing 2 wickets in the middle, what was important was to bat 50 overs, because in big games, you shouldn't always look to score 300 or 320 odd run. You see the wicket is behaving in a different way. Readjust your target, and I felt, after the end of the first innings, I felt 260 was a good score. I won't say it was a safe score, because it was important not to give away too many runs with the new ball. So I was quite happy with 260 odd runs.
Left side.
Well, that's one thing. When you have 3 seamers and you have got 2 spinners, and you have part-timers like Virat and Suresh Raina, if needed, I can maneuver more with them, because we thought it will be a normal Mohali wicket, and normally in Mohali, you don't see so much assistance for the spinners, though it was not turning big time, still the ball was stopping on. So I thought if we just have 2 fast bowlers, and if you see the Pakistan team, they play the spinners quite well. So if somebody goes after one of the fast bowlers, then it will be very likewise attack, and it's not like a Chennai wicket where it was turning, there was bounce for the spinner. So I felt it was a safer option to go with a 3-2 combination, and if needed, you can use Suresh Raina, even Sachin to some extent, and Virat Kohli. So we just went with a safe option, and of course we misread the wicket. Well, motivation is not required, because when you're representing your country, you don't need to be motivated. That's one thing. Sri Lanka, I think they are a very good side. They have done really well so far in the tournament. We have been tested more often than not in the games that we have played. So I think it will be a very good final, and you have to be at your best. It's not about the ratings where you are rated in the in the ICC ODI ratings or anything else. On that particular day, you have to be at your best, and handling the pressure. I think the more you can avoid it, the better it is, because I don't think pressure really helps you perform. Of course, in big games, when you start off, you are a bit nervous, and I think that nervous energy is very good, because that really helps you perform and be focused on the field.
Julian.
It's not about rating or comparisons. I think he batted really well. And when he's there, he makes it easy for the others to score with him, because he guides them really well. And when you're batting with him, okay, this is a wicket, where 260 or 270 odd runs can be really good. And he really helps the youngsters, read the game very well, and that really helps you even when he's not part of the side and he's not playing with you. You have all that in the mind, stored in the mind, and that really helps you perform. So even if you have not played 50 odd games, if you bat with Sachin for like 15 games, you have the kind of experience that you have after playing 50 games. Well, I think it's a team unity, and the way we are backing each other, not criticizing any player, and if somebody is having a bad time on the field, we are making sure that he's wanted, and everybody is helping each other, and that's what really counts. When it's about a team sport, you want everyone to be at your best. When you're selecting a team, you want all 15 guys to be mentally in a very good space, and of course in a very good form also. So I think we have done really well. Individuals, they have stepped up and said, okay, I'll be the person who will perform in this particular game. But overall, everybody has contributed so far in bits and pieces. Of course, you have quite a few batsmen who have scored a lot compared to some of the others. There are a few bowlers who have taken more wickets than others. But overall, the timing of the wicket and the importance of a particular wicket can only be traced when you see a game. So I think overall, very contributive effort. Yes, of course, that's one good thing. The next flight is a chartered, so we won't be going to Delhi and then to Bombay. And about selection, as I say, you pick the best 11 for that particular game. It's very interesting, a few games earlier, Nehra was criticized a lot, but that's big part and parcel of Indian cricket. It's good to see him, coming back and doing really well for us. And it's always better to have, all the 15 players for selection before the big game like the final. So hopefully, we'll see the wicket and we'll have all 15 players available. Well, I watched that game for sure because, Sachin and Sehwag, they were batting and they got off to a very good start. So I remember I was watching that game. I didn't watch the whole game because I'm not a very keen watcher of cricket. And what was the first question?
Too many drop catches.
Yeah, that was against? No. I thought it was 2003 World Cup. I think they were hit too hard. I think, fair enough. Nobody wants to drop catches, but it just happens, that someday it's just not your day, and fielders, they drop catches. Nobody really wants to drop catch, in front of 40,000 odd people, and the kind of booing you get once you drop a catch. Next time you field a ball, it gets applauded or booed again. So I think everybody gives his 100%, but it's just that at times you drop catches.
Left.
Well, with all the bits and pieces that you said, we have reached the final, so I think we'll manage quite well for the finals also.
Right.
Can you repeat the question? No, seriously. Well, I think, it's not about individuals. I'm proud of the side that I've got. Everybody is giving more than 100% on the field. Not thinking about injuries or, you may get injured on the field. What we are trying to do is give over 100% on the field. That's one of the reason our fielding standards, you can see a definite difference between, the fielding that we did in a few series, back in the few series and now. So I think, we are giving 100%, in fact, more than 100% for the World Cup. So, you don't always, or you can't always control the result, but you can always control the amount of effort you're putting in. So that's what is in our hands, and that's what we are doing.
Left side.
Well, I've not done really well in the tournament so far. I've not scored too many runs, but at the same time, more often than not, when you walk into bat, there have been considerable amount of pressure, with 4 or 5 batsmen down, and in a few games, when all of a sudden you see, you have not played full 50 overs. Your thinking goes a bit different, because you want to bat 50 overs, because once you bat the number of overs, you can get maybe 10 or 15 more runs. So, hopefully the finals will be better. If not, then after IPL.
Right side.
But it does work, when you put a hybrid engine in your car, it does work, but the engine has a bit of trouble. So we're just hoping that one more game, after that, even if some of the cars, they fall down, it's okay, because it is a big tournament for us. So let's see, hope for the best, and hopefully nobody will get injured.
Sharda.
I think he batted he calculated very well, because he was batting with Bhaji at that point of time. It was very important to rotate strike, and with their best bowlers bowling at that point of time, he had to make sure that he bats the full number of overs, because if he's there, he can capitalize on the power play overs. And if you see this game, I think it was a better power play performance, though there were not 2 batsmen who were batting. So I think we got fair amount of run, and that's really made the difference for us. Well, we are here to entertain. We have always given our best, whether it's the 2007 50 over World Cup or the 2011 50 over World Cup. You don't really like losing a game of cricket. You always try to give your best, and that's what I have to say. We always need your support, especially when we are not doing well. Because we know when we are doing well, the whole India is with you. But it's moment like the 2007 50 over World Cup, where you really need the kind of support to boost players, because I can still remember, it took me over a month to get out of that kind of depression. Well, I don't know exactly the injury status. Maybe I'll ask the physio to give a press release of BCCI later on. And about the youngsters, a part of the World Cup side, I feel they have played fair amount of games to be part of a big tournament like this. Most of them have been under pressure situation. Of course, playing in a bilateral series is quite different compared to playing in a tournament like this, especially if it's held in India. But what's good is the format. I think it really helped us. We had quite a few close games, games where we were tested. Some of the youngsters were part of it. They were at the crease when the big performance was needed from them. So I think slowly they are getting into the groove. And of course, the quarters and the semis, it has always, you can say, it always grows on you. So I don't think it's like a fast bowler bowling 150 plus. After 150 you don't realize whether it's 155 or 160. So I think after the semis, I feel in the finals there won't be much of a difference. So it won't grow. It will be static for a while, and hopefully that will really help us.
Last two questions. 1, 2.
Well, my weak links, I won't like to expose it, and I concentrate more on the strong points that we have as a team, rather than thinking too much about the weak links that the opposition have, because our strong point may not be able to capitalize on the weak links of the opposition, but definitely our strong points